Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about my Mandalorian Season 3 trailer breakdown. This trailer is filled with bits of lore, Easter eggs, and massive details, so let's get into it. Starting off, the trailer begins with some clips of Din Djarin with a group of what seems to be new Mandalorians. This group, in fact, is the Night Owls, or at least part of the group is. The Night Owls are a group of Mandalorians that are very close to Bo-Katan. A notable member of this group was Ursa Wren. For those of you that don't know, Ursa Wren was the mother of Sabine Wren. Sabine was the Mandalorian who traveled with Ezra Bridger, Kanan Jarrus, and their group. What I think is happening in these shots is the group is either looking for Bo-Katan or they are taking Mando to see her. In my opinion, it's the latter. I think Bo had the Night Owls go collect Mando and escort him back to wherever she is held up, possibly Mandalore. The next major clip is Din Djarin on what seems to be Navarro when he meets up with Greef Karga. Navarro seems to be much more established, even more than it was last time we saw it. Also, for those who missed it, we get to see a Kowakian monkey lizard. This is the same species as Salacious Crumb. This was the creature that sat on Jabba's throne and sail barge in Return of the Jedi. We also get to see the armor again. Now, the armor is going to be very interesting in the new season. I think this is because while she rejects Din Djarin's place in the Mandalorian culture, I think Din will seek her help once or twice throughout the season. Now, I'm not sure if she'll actually help them, but they appear to be having a conversation in the trailer, so they're obviously going to meet up at some point. We also see her melting down more Beskar. I think the object that she's making with this Beskar is more armor for Grogu. I think we'll see her make this armor at the end of the season. We know she made the chainmail for him in the Book of Boba Fett, so it only seems right that she makes more armor for him in Season 3 of The Mandalorian. Or even maybe a weapon of some sort. We hear Din confess to the armor that he's going back to Mandalore to get his honor back. To me, this is exactly like Zuko's storyline in Avatar The Last Airbender. I'm not sure why I thought of that, but I think it's hilarious. But after talking to the armorer, we see a ruined landscape of Mandalore. We haven't seen much of what happened to Mandalore after we originally saw the attacks on it in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, so it's kind of devastating to see a planet that we've grown to love in shows like Rebels or The Clone Wars be absolutely demolished by the Empire. I think Mandalore is also going to be where we see Bo-Katan for the first time. I think she's either there with the Night Owls, or that's the place we see the Night Owls escorting Mando in the beginning of the trailer. Either way, I think they meet up for the first time on Mandalore. I also think this is where they're going to have their giant fight for the Darksaber, and yes, I still think that's going to happen. It almost has to, unless Moff Gideon returns, wins it off Din, and then Bo-Katan wins it off Gideon. Not only is that a bit extreme, I think it's really unrealistic. Also, a side note, I know they are keeping Moff Gideon under wraps, but we didn't really see much of the Empire at all during the trailer. We obviously see them on Coruscant, which I'll get to in a bit, but besides that, we didn't see much of them at all. I think it'd be really cool if there were parts of the season that we didn't see the Empire at all, and we just focused on Bo and Din. That way we can explore more of the Mandalorian culture. Anyway, moving on to the next big part of the trailer, we finally get to see Coruscant. Finally. We see Dr. Pershing. He was the one who actually cared about Grogu, even though he still experimented on him. I think we will see him and maybe other cloners as well, maybe like Nala Se. We don't know what really happened to her after the Bad Batch, so I think it's entirely possible that she's still kicking around somewhere. The next scene on Coruscant is a horrible one. It's Order 66. Also, another side note, this is like 4 years in a row that we have to see Order 66. Don't get me wrong, I love diving into Order 66, especially when it's on Coruscant, but it's still just so sad. There's a lot of theories about the scene as well. I think a lot of people think it's Anakin. The YouTuber Star Wars Theory does an amazing video on it, on why it could be Anakin. The Jedi in both the scene during the trailer and the scene where Obi-Wan and Yoda see Anakin killing the Jedi through the holoprojection match up pretty accurately. I think that would be awesome if we got to see Anakin slicing Jedi again, but we'll just have to wait and see. After this, the trailer starts to slow down. We do get to see what I think is the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is Bo-Katan's Comort-class fighter, which we also saw in Season 2, as well as Rebels. We also get to see a really cool assault scene that involves a lot of Mandalorians, including Paz Vizsla. For those that don't know, Paz Vizsla is a member of House Vizsla. Tar Vizsla was the originator of the Darksaber. He created it in the first place. Another notable member of House Vizsla is Pre Vizsla. He was the one who took over Mandalorian during the Clone Wars, and he was also killed by Maul. But during the scene, we get to see numerous Mandalorians fighting something. It's not really clear what, if they're fighting the Empire or just some enemies for them to kill. But I think the assault scene altogether is really well done. We also get to see two Anzellans. This is the same species as the legendary Babu Frick. And I know what people are thinking. Rise of Skywalker wasn't very good. No, it wasn't. But Babu Frick is still a man that walks amongst boys. Please agree with me. The final shot of the trailer is one of the biggest in my opinion. It's Grogu using the Force pretty comfortably, it seems. I'm glad he is still able to wield the Force and it's not lost forever. I think that is definitely something Disney could have done, but I'm very happy they didn't do it. I think sometime during the season we will see Grogu and Luke train again, which is why Grogu's powers are so well developed, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if it's really going to happen. But all in all, I thought the trailer was amazing. It was filled with huge details and I can't wait to see them unravel them. And I cannot wait till March 1st. I also think I might start doing weekly breakdowns when the show comes out for each episode. It's not confirmed yet, but I'll let everyone know if I start doing them. Or you'll just see a random YouTube video pop out. That's also an option. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. If you want to see others like it, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment down below, as well as a like if you enjoyed this video specifically. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, may the Force be with you.